This is part 2 of my interview with a black police officer, retired black police officer from America. So we are just continuing with the part 2. So we were talking about, in part 1, about your integrity. Your integrity is not compromised whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
You take your job really seriously.
Absolutely.
But where did you get your morals from? Who ingrained these morals into these strong values?
You know, I think we all really have them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just that I grew up with a lot of, even though my parents were divorced at an early age.
Yeah.
And but my uncles, my grandfather, even my father, is like they had a big part.
Right.
And you know, I have to say this. I think this had something to do with it also. I never saw any of my uncles go to jail. Right. I think one male went to jail for child support one time, and he didn't stay very long. But I never saw my uncles, my grandfather, my dad, none of the male influences of my life. I never saw them in jail, and we didn't grow up under the best circumstances, but it wasn't the poorest circumstances. It was okay. But even in the rough time, I never saw my uncles, none of those people go to jail. You know, of course, we all have the people in our families that do other stuff, but the people that were really close to me, I never saw that. They always my mom worked a lot, my dad worked a lot, so it was always somebody that could step in. My uncle was there to pick me up for my football games, take me to practice. It was always something. It was like a community, and when they couldn't do it, it was somebody in the neighborhood that would do it. That would make sure that I came home safe from practice and stuff like. You know, it's like things have changed so much now, but I think that may have had a large part of it. You know, even though the criminal element was around me, it was never in my close family. And the people that had the closest influence, uncles and stuff, I never saw it. You know, they were all military men. Even if they didn't retire, they went in, did their time, got out, and had jobs. So I think that may have had a part of it. But like I said, I think we all born with integrity. So it's like, when I became a police officer, went through my training and all that stuff, it's like in the United States Navy, and it's like, that just added to it. So my integrity has never been in question. It's not compromised.
So going back to, you were saying earlier, in part 1, I asked you about, you know, how was it being raised as a child where you're from in Georgia, and how did you view police as a young black boy? He said, you know, very negativity, you know, there wasn't a organization that was very popular with the black community.
Exactly.
Having seen a lot, heard a lot, and witnessed a lot. So when you're that same little boy that put on that uniform as a grown-ass man, knowing that it is a racist organization across the globe.
Absolutely.
Knowing why you did it, going back to black neighborhoods, you know, getting requested to go out there for whatever emergency, whatever. How was you received? Because that same black little boy you was is that same black little boy looking at you thinking, oh, here we go. So how was you received?
The black community, we can be a very, very complicated people. And
please talk up, my brother. We're in Dominican Republic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please
just
don't
turn
be
the
sorry.
music up.
They've just belted the music up. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing and turn this down. You know, we got Romero Santos literally blasting. Anyway, continue, cowboy.
But you know how sometimes the black community, no matter what color you are, they just see you for what the uniform represents.
Yeah.
And it's hard, they don't realize that hey, I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? I look just like you. You know, I came up in the same community. But in the black community, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this now. This is my experience and my experience only. I'm not speaking for all black police officers and nor police officers of other races. I'm just telling you my view.
Please do.
Let me see how can I put this.
Please notch it up a bit.
Okay.
Just that, you know, that's explained in the background. So I really want. I mean,
oh wow, look at that.
There you go. You see, they see.
Okay. They don't realize.
We might have to take this inside. Because I really want the viewers to really hear what this guy is saying, because it's really important. But it can't be heard with Romero Santos, so we'll be right back.
Big J, take one.
Hello folks, we're back again. Sorry, they were blurring Romero Santos outside, so we've had to bring it in. So, Cowboy, TC, we were talking about, I asked you a question on you being a black police officer, obviously getting called out to the black community. How was you received once you walked in there? I'm sure you got abuse and heckles and whispers, and you know, how was you treated?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Policing the black community is the hardest job I ever did.
Okay.
That's the hardest job. That's a very hard job, because you get called all kind of names. And now get this, I grew up in the South, in the country South. So I'm used to all kind of racist names, you know, that other people might call us. You know, I'm used to that, but you know what? I grew up there, so I know how to come back. I know how to respond to that type of stuff. But how do you respond?
But at the same time, it must hurt though.
It hurts. Well, with the other races, don't hurt me, because I know how to get it back. Listen, I can remember very few things about what they have said to me.
Right.
You know, and I've been to home that fly rebel flags. They didn't want me to come in the house. They wanted me to take the report right outside the house. It was thundering, lightning, raining. They called the police force. My black ass show up, and they said, "Oh, no, don't come in my house. I need a report done, but you stay out there in the rain and do it."
Wow.
Yeah. But see, I know how to combat that kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
See, that kind of stuff I can say, well, I'll tell you what, sir. If you want this report, then I'll go sit in my patrol car where it's warm and dry. You can stand out here in the rain, and I'll take my report while you stand there. And I'm gonna take my time. I can do a report in 3-4 minutes. But because he's like he is, I'm gonna do the whole report, not just sketch it and do it later. I'm gonna take my time, page by page, do the whole report while he's standing there. Now it might take me 35 minutes, and he probably gonna catch pneumonia waiting for me to do it. You know what I mean? But if it's that serious to him, then it's that serious to me. You know what I mean? So I know how to combat stuff like that.
Right.
Don't bother me. I grew up here.
Yeah.
But when a black person says something, cuts like a razor, I can remember every messed up thing they ever said to me.
Wow.
It cuts different. When a black person says it, it cuts different. I'm telling you, and I will not repeat any of the stuff they ever said to me, but I tell you this, it cuts like a razor, and I'll never forget it. You know what I mean? But you know, but we move on. I don't think they understand that. I'm gonna give you an example. If I go to a car, I'll make this real quick, I promise.
Yeah, no, please don't take your time, man. Take your time.
If there was just say 3 Caucasian police officers, and they came there to the black neighborhood to make the arrest, and a legitimate arrest. You know, it's a legitimate arrest. They go there. I show up. Just say I'm on the other side of town. I show up. just because I finished my car early, and it's maybe extra backup, you know, I'm just in the neighborhood. If I step out that car, I don't have anything to do with it. Guess who get called a name? Me. All the frustrations they have with those cops, they're gonna take it on me. I'm gonna get called a name. But
it's amazing how much we're hated, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes, just say that the guy's resisting. Still, not my call. I just showed up. Guy's resisting. Cops have to wrestle him a little bit, take him into custody. See, you don't know because I'm there. My mere presence will make them do their job right. But they don't understand that because I'm still gonna get called the names. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it hard and hurtful sometimes, you know. But you know what I like to do, I just like to get out and just walk the neighborhood.
Have you ever had like, obviously you said you've gone into Black and you've had abuse. Have you ever had some that have been like compassionate about your job, like thanked you for
yes,
being, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, credit to the, you know, community.
Yes, I've had some that were totally against police and even me. But once they learn that, hey, I'm really to help you. I'm the one that will park that car, get out, walk to the court, tell the kids, hey, let me have a shot. Shoot, I sit down, grandmama on the porch, I sit down and I have a glass of tea and I sit there and chop it up with her for about 20 minutes, then I gotta go, I move on. But once they know that, hey, I'm in the community to help, I'm not in to hurt nobody, I'm not gonna mess with nobody for no reason, you know what I mean? If I say something to you, there's reason behind it. You know what I mean? I'm not messing with you because you black. No, you broke the law. You breaking the law. And it might not be arresting you or nothing like that. I'm just going to tell you, cut it out. You know what I mean? If I have to come back, you know, it might be something. Cut it out. That type of stuff. But you know, I think that's why we have to have more black police officers, man. But our community, we're the world's worst at shunning kids. We'll pretty much almost shun them if they say something about they want to be a police. Right. Don't be no cop. Oh, you ain't finna be no cop. Oh, you ain't finna do this now. You better pick something else. So he can do anything else and they cool with it. If he just go up beside you, don't change his idea about being a cop. So if he focus on something else and end up just say he's selling a few drugs, they're okay with that. But it wasn't okay with him being a police. So now what happens is he's growing up. You've told him police ain't good. You're not gonna be no police. We don't want no police in our family. Okay, so he turns out to be something else. And guess who gets that job in about 20 years or about 10 years? Guess who gets that job? That Caucasian guy, he's gonna get that job because he's gonna apply. Your little boy, he's not gonna apply for that. He's on the other things. Listen, we have to realize that not all of our kids are gonna grow up to be scientists, okay? Not all of our children are going to grow up to be doctors and lawyers and scientists. Yeah, we have to realize that this is not going to happen. Okay, yeah, you know. So
everybody makes it in life.
Everybody, you know,
everybody makes it into the same profession in life.
We need mechanics. We need police officers. We need firemen. All of our kids, although we would like them to be, they're not going to turn out to be scientists and astronauts. They're just not. Okay. But if they got a good job, making an honest living, what is wrong with that? You know? So I say this, anywhere that black people are, black police need to be. You understand? Who better to police your own community than your own people?
I agree with that.
I don't understand what's so...
Even in Africa right now, you know the Chinese, they're migrating there. They have their own police officers policing them.
And see, they don't have a problem with it. We're the only one that have a problem with it. Yeah. You know, I don't know, I cram to understand.
So how do you feel about, obviously being a police officer, you went into the profession for the right reasons. How do you feel about white police officers killing black people? How does that make you feel as a black police officer? What emotions do you go through?
Let me tell you something. I call it for what it is. A spade of spade. Before I pass any judgment on any police, I want to see the whole thing.
The evidence.
I want to see the whole thing. Let me see not only the video, let me hear it. Let me hear the audio. Because see, I know my people.
Has there been instance in your sheriff's department on unlawful killing?
No, we don't have that.
You don't have that in there.
No,
Okay.
we don't.
Okay.
We don't have that.
Right,
you know,
right.
I have to. I can't say that about my department. That or my former department is that I don't recall no instances like that. You know what I mean? It's like now, the court system may be a different thing, but I'm just talking about enforcing the law. I don't recall none of that stuff. No. But.
Yo, I'm not gonna tell you guys again. I ain't gonna tell you guys again. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Share and subscribe. But most important, smash that like button. It helps the channel. I ain't gonna tell you guys again. If I have to tell you guys again, I'm gonna have to come and find you. I'm gonna have to come and find you. I'm gonna have to come and find you. And I'm gonna have to especially come and find you. Smash that like button. Peace and love. Manners and respect.
You know, going back to let me see the entire.
What about like articles that you've read, like maybe from other towns that have got police?
Well, you know, I take it
How
personal.
makes you feel, especially when you read the evidence?
I take it very personal because as law enforcement, we are one family. So I take it very personal.
Some are not going to quite see it that way.
Some
Obviously you're talking from.
I'm talking from a law enforcement perspective, but I have to say this again. I know my people. You know, and our community.
When you say people, what do you mean by police?
I know my people.
Black people. As in
I know my
Okay.
I know my people.
So let me just-
And you know what? Sometimes we are wrong.
Yeah.
And something that my people, we don't like to admit that. We never want to admit wrong, and never ever
But at
ever.
the same time, TC does it.
But wrong don't justify killing.
And that's what I was gonna come to.
Okay. But let me go further.
We do, because I think a lot of the time when these bad police officers, that's hard for me to do, kill us, is due to us being animated. It is due to us being
Yes.
You know, we're like,
Okay.
you know, leave me alone, dirty police, and we're leave me alone, what you doing, what you doing, take these cuffs. We are animated.
Okay, I say this.
But then I've seen white men take out a samurai sword, swing it.
You're exactly right.
Like a baseball bat, literally coming to the police, forward, and not only coming to police, tussling with police, rolling on the floor with the samurai sword still in his hand, and while the other officer is pulling this guy off, he's not even catching a bullet.
Come back to what I said. That's why black police need to be in the black community. Because, let's take out the cop aspects.
Right.
Okay, and let's say black man, this white guy over here. Do you think this white guy understands his people better than he understands ours?
No, he's not.
No. Of course. If he's white, he understands white people,
of course,
and better than he understands black people.
Of course, yeah.
It's elementary.
Yeah.
It's elementary. Let me tell you something. A lot of things that happen wouldn't happen. Okay, I put it this way. How many of all these cop shootings, as much as the black community don't like their own people in uniform, and I'm not gonna say all, because a lot of black people, many, they appreciate you, and they're proud of you when they see you. But I say this, that when I go back to saying that's why black police officers need to be in black communities, because we understand each other. We understand that if I tell you to do something as a black police officer, if I tell a black person that's wrong, that I'm about to arrest, hey, put your hand on my head, I know that he's not going to do it. As a black police officer, I know, because I came from this community, I know that when I tell this black, just say person that has committed a crime, and I'm gonna arrest him, I'm gonna charge him with something, and I know that he's not gonna put him in there and I tell him the first time. I know that. I know if I say stop, he's not gonna stop. I know if I say, let me see your hand, he's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to say it about 3 or 4 times. And then he'll do it. I'm gonna, he's gonna say, pretty much no. Hell no. Why? Why you fucking with me? Why I gotta put my hands up? What you got on me? I know I'm not gonna do it. See, I understand.
Well, if it was a white officer,
it might not be well.
He might not have. He might not. That same black brother would have not acted like that.
Right, because.
But some will say on that. Then some will say, is that a thing where you might be feeling, well, boy, you know what? He's listening to white officers, but he's not listening to me, and I'm trying to save this brother's life right now. But people are going to say that's going to vex you.
Well, that doesn't bother me. That's a mentality that come back way back. That doesn't bother me. If he listens to white officers, don't listen to me. You know,
and you're one of them. It
doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother. But you know what? It's gonna come a time.
Yeah.
When you're gonna need me.
Right.
So now I might check you. Say, no, go talk to the one you was talking to before. Mm-hmm. Go ask him. Yeah. See what he help you. So I'll wait for his response, and I'll probably end up helping him. I'm gonna help him, but he's gonna get a lecture with it. He's gonna get a long lecture with it. I'm gonna help him, but I'm gonna say, why didn't you ask him? That's what you know. But I say this, that as a black guy, I know that we express ourselves differently.
Yes,
we talk with our hands. We make certain movements, body language. Well, see, I understand that because I grew up there. I'm a black man. I understand that. Yeah. I'm not going to draw my gun when you do that. You understand? Yeah, I'm not going to draw my gun. I'm not going to shoot you with a taser because you do that, because you're my people. I understand that's what we do. Yeah. You understand? But now the other guy, he might not understand that. So when he tells you to do something, he was brought up differently. Yeah. He was brought up, probably the first Christmas present he got when he was old enough to walk was a gun and a badge. And he was taught, always respect the police. The police officer is your friend. And when he saw police riding by, he was out waving. See, his experience is different. So the black guy, he doesn't get no gun and a badge when he grows up. And he taught something different. Hey, do not talk to them police. Don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no good. So he taught something different. So, of course, that a lot of times when the officer tells him to do something, no,
he ain't doing it.
He ain't doing it. He's not gonna do it. But as a black man, I understand that, and it might make me mad. But I guess what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna tase you. You know what I mean? So, man, again, anywhere that black people are, black police officers need to be. You know.
Anywhere where black people are, black police officers need to be. I would have never ever taken that stance a long time ago. But in today's world and the world that we live in, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yeah. So we touched on earlier, you were touching on obviously what needs to change is, we just said it much, more black police officers. What else do you think needs to change about the policing? Because let's face it, it is a racist institution. What else, apart from
you can't change that.
More?
You're not going to change that. The police department was not designed. We all know why it was designed. And we go way back. I'm going to take you back for a second. We go way back.
Let's go.
And I guarantee you, wasn't none of us in uniform. They were slave catchers.
Yeah, overseers.
That's what they were, overseers. That's what it was. So people say, oh, you need more training. If you get more training, listen, that has nothing to do with it. But it has something to do with it, but training is not going to help this. You better put some black police officers in your community.
You know the history of, the profession that you had for 30 years. Some will say, why would you join, knowing the history of it? Why would you join the organization?
Why not? These are my people. My people live here. My people go back. I can trace my people all the way back to 1792.
Wow.
Why wouldn't? These are my people. Why wouldn't I be there to protect my people? Why wouldn't I? These are my people. You understand? So when I first got this job, I said, I'm gonna, cause I never want to do it.
Right, yeah.
But I told you I need to pay for my car. My daddy for co-sign for that car, and I need to pay. So I would have shoveled shit if it took that. So that nobody can tell my daddy, I told you so. So I didn't give a damn what it was. So when the police job came, I said I'll work it for 1 year and a half, and I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna go to college or move on to another job. That's what I said. But you know what? The camaraderie of the people I work with made me stay. I loved going to work. Loved it. I couldn't wait. I was excited about getting up, getting dressed, putting my uniform on. I was excited. I loved going to work. You understand? So before I knew it, 3 years passed, 4 years passed. Then I'm getting married. I'm raising a family. Next thing you know, it's 5. It's 10 years passed. I'm like, well, you know what? Hey, I'm in at the winning. Where am I gonna go now? I've got 10 years in. I don't have a job anymore. I have a career. A career that if I live through it, I get a pension. And if I don't, oh well. My kids will get it. You understand? But I'm gonna do this job. I'm here. I'm in at the winning. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. You understand?
So what else do you think needs to change about policing apart from?
I think some
that you see.
That I see. I think that some departments really have it right, and I'm starting to see other departments catch on. I think that the old-fashioned way of getting out of that patrol car and interacting with the people, getting out, walking the beat, and not just walking it, interacting with the people. Because let's face it, police officers don't solve crime. People solve crime. You understand? Listen, if you don't interact with that community, they ain't gonna help you do nothing. They're not gonna help you. They don't care.
More community.
You need more community interaction. You know, not just being there. I'm talking about they need to be interacting with the people. If I'm walking down the street
to snitch, then that's what it's called.
Well, you call it what you want to. I tell you this.
It's cool.
You can call me a snitch. If I see you take somebody's stuff, call me whatever you want. I'm telling.
I'm telling you.
Because you know why? Because you work hard for that stuff.
Yeah, we do.
You work hard for that stuff, and this person comes and steal it. If I see him, I'm gonna tell it.
What do you think about the black police? Black police officers. What do you think about the police officers in England not carrying guns? Do you find that weird that there's a police?
I find it weird, but you know what?
The culture thing.
It may can work in some communities. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I shouldn't say that. That's been many times. I didn't carry my gun like I was supposed to. Just didn't feel like putting it on. And I'd be in the community. But these are my people. Now, if my job knew that, I'd be in a lot of trouble back then. But I'm retired now. But sometimes, man, I be riding around. Number one, I don't like the way the gun belt was on. It hurts my back. I don't like it, you know. So sometimes I was take it off. And if I have to go stop somewhere, I might not have time to put it on. So, oh well. I get out, and I'm telling you something. And sometimes people used to laugh, man, you got your gun. Nah, I ain't forgot it. It's in the car. I ain't forgot it. I didn't feel like putting it on. They didn't bother me, though. Nobody bothered me. You know, there were plenty of times when I did that. And sometimes my comrades would really get on me about that. So, man, don't do that. Man, you putting your life in jeopardy. But, you know, I did it. And I did it many times. And guess what? Nobody ever hurt me.
Wow.
Not in my own community, you know what I mean? I did it. I ain't gonna say that I'll stop a car on the interstate like that. I'm not doing, because I don't know who's in that car when I stop it. I don't know what's in that car, so I'm not gonna do it then. But in my community, nobody never hurt me. You know? They know who I am. Nobody never bothered me. And I really believe that I've helped enough people. Like I said, just because somebody do something wrong don't mean don't make a case. That's the other way of doing things. Just because I see you doing something don't mean I got to put cuffs on you and take you to jail. It doesn't mean that. The crime might be really minimal, but it's enough to go to jail. But it don't mean I'm gonna take you. I might just give you a tongue lash, hey man, you know, and get up and, you know, and Don't let me catch you again. If I catch you again, it's over. You're not gonna get the same outcome. So what is wrong with that?
Yeah.
That's community policing. You understand? So anytime I didn't have my gun and I was in my own community, I was never harmed. I was never threatened with the fear of harm. Nothing. But that's community policing. You understand?
So, man.
So I'm not saying that anybody can do this, because what I can do in a community, you might not can do. You know, and you're another black man. What I can get away with saying to a person, if you said it, he'd be ready to tear your neck off. You know what I mean? So you have to. That's why you have to know the community that you police. You know what I'm saying? You have to know them. They have to know you. You understand? People, law enforcement does not solve crimes. I'm telling you, I can't. Listen, the people solve the crimes. But the people are not going to talk to you if they don't mess with you. You understand?
Yeah.
If they don't mess with you,
But then you know, I hear what you're saying, but then you got another side of the black community saying that if, you know, we do talk, which I find silly.
Listen,
because
the snitching.
Let me tell you,
about
a citizen, law-abiding citizen, and you're not involved in gang activity, it's not snitching.
It's not snitching.
It's not, because, you know, you're Joe Bloggs.
Right. It's snitching. I guess it's snitching if you're involved in gang activity. If you're in the same activity, that might be. But if this is a working person,
nah, it's not snitching.
Why would you, and you go and mess with him, and somebody that's not snitching. This man working and stuff.
Joe Public.
But I'm gonna tell you something about those same people that talk junk about snitching.
They say ones that
I seen them sell their own mama out for a pack of ramen noodles. Don't tell me about this stop snitching shit, because I know what you'll do. I know what you'll do when I bring you in my office and I want some information, and you be like, I ain't talking, I ain't no snitch. And then I got something from Burger King that I didn't eat, a biscuit. I slapped that biscuit in that microwave and turn it on and let it get it smelling. And I pull it out the microwave and say, hey, you want something? He's like, well, I ain't no snitch. But that joke up there, he the one did it. So don't tell me about no snitching shit. You know what I'm saying? These same people out here wearing these stop snitching shirts, they'll sell their own mama out for a pack of ramen noodles. I don't want to hear that shit. What the hell is a snitch? Shit. Man.
Oh my God.
Man.
Oh man. Oh man.
Hey man.
So TC, you know, you're well known. Sorry, let me just get over that one. So TC, you're well known around the travel space. Not on YouTube, but mostly, you know a lot of people. You've met a lot of YouTube influencers. You're a well-traveled guy, and I'm sure you say you tune into a bit of the YouTube, what's going on. So from what the black YouTube space was about information to what it is now, how do you feel about it today?
Man, it's wild, man. The YouTube space is wild.
Yeah.
It's a lot of chaos out there sometimes. Man, brothers out there like want to fight each other type stuff.
Yeah.
Like what, man? Hey, man, this is YouTube, man. We all having fun. The ones that participate and the ones that just watch. It's all fun, man. And a lot of these YouTube guys, they're just characters, man. You know, it's entertainment. But some people are really taking it to another level.
Some of them just take it a bit too far.
Oh man, I'll be watching that chaos sometimes.
I understand shock and awe. I understand entertainment. I understand being a character, but some of them just take
it too far sometimes, man. You know, so sometimes, you know, I watch it for a little while. I watch the chaos until I can't take it no more. But I watch it because I want to know who these people are. I might run up on them. I'm in a travel space. I might run up on them. And so I listen. But sometimes I can't take no more. Then I have to go to a milder channel. You know what I mean? I might have switch over and say, let me see what Big J talking about. Let me see what Taylor made. Okay, I got enough of that. You know, let me see what Brown Liquor Bear, what he talking. Let me watch some Chick. You know, or even some Ace. Let me get some calmness for a minute. But then, you know, like I say, the chaos, because you got to know who's who. I'm in this circle, so I got to know who's who. I want to know. I want to know who's around me. You know, I'm very. You know how I am about people around me. You know, so I want to know who these people are around me. But I wish I do wish, I understand it's entertainment, but for the brothers that's taking it too far, hey man, y'all, let's calm down. Let's take it down a notch. You know, it's entertainment. We all got to look out for each other. One of the good things I have learned, and I was telling somebody that has never traveled, I told them this. I say, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what I love about this travel space? I say, you know how they say black people don't stick together? In the travel space, that's false. In the travel space, from my experience, we stick together. I have been on a street in Colombia.
I think there's a separation between the travel space and YouTube entertainment.
Oh, YouTube
entertainment. The travel space in real time.
Yeah. The travel space, we look out for each other.
Yeah, that's very true.
I have met some brothers I did not know, have never met before in my life, and I was going to the ATM, and it was like 3 or 4 of them. They just stopped. They were like, "Hey, brother, you all right?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to get some money." They be like, "Go ahead and do your thing. We got your back." They stood all around me while I got my money. I don't even know these brothers.
Yeah.
You know, so I say this. In the travel space, I love the energy that black men have. We stick together. I'm telling you, I say, you might not believe this, but because I know what people say about, oh, black people, we don't stick together. In the travel space, yes, we do. My experience, yes, we do. I've met so many good brothers that I don't even have, I never met them in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's all love when I meet them. You know what I'm saying? So I say, if you don't have a passport, man, get it. You'll love this travel space. But for the YouTube community that's out there with all that chaos, hey, man, y'all brothers, take it down, man. It's not that serious. It's not that serious.
TC, thank you very much. Can I say I've learned something today? Yes, definitely. It was good hearing your story, as a black police officer, and tell the story on both sides, as a black man as well as a law enforcement officer. Man, thank you. Listen, man,
I appreciate you letting me be on your show, man. It's been good talking to you. Hey, look, if y'all haven't already done it, subscribe to my man channel, Big J's Escape to the Dominican Republic. Y'all go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and hey, tune in. He got a lot of more stuff coming, man. And hey, you might see the cowboy again in some of the videos. But it's a good brother, man. I met him. I know it's quick. Met him and Taylor Made at the same time. Man, we instantly clicked. It's been all love. Brown Looker Baron, he had to go back to the States early. Salute to Brown Looker. And this brother right here, when I tell you, he's been looking after me every day. So, hey, brother, big salute to you, and I appreciate you. Much love, brother.
Just what he said. Peace and love, manners and respect. Smash that like button and share. Definitely share the videos, man. We're coming right back at you with more content, definitely. I'll try not to leave it for that long, but go and smash that like button in the meantime. Anyway, peace out.